Hey, welcome, it's Cassie. Today we're gonna make some fake pancakes and blueberry syrup with blueberries. So the first thing you'll need is some air dry foam clay, and I'm gonna use Modelite. Condition your clay, and what we're gonna make first here is some fake blueberries. We're gonna make those first because they get painted and then they'll need to sit for a while and dry. So I just figured we'll start there and then we'll go to the pancakes. So for these blueberries, you don't really need these all to be exactly the same size. So you can make a snake out of your clay, but you don't really need to like measure out each little portion. You can just kind of pull some pieces off and make your blueberries that way. It'll actually look better if they aren't all the same because, you know, when you buy blueberries or pick blueberries, they aren't all the same size. And I'm going to make probably like 20 of them just to make sure I have plenty to put on the top of my pancakes. So to make the blueberry color, I'm going to use Apple Barrel Purple Pansy and then Apple Barrel Jet Black. And then I'm using Anita's True Red, but any red that's more on the blue side will work fine for this. So you just want a really nice like dark purple color like that. And for mine, I'm not going to add any gloss because I'm going to pour resin over them so they'll get glossy that way. If you're not going to pour resin on them, then you can add some Mod Podge to this to make them a little bit glossy. And then I'm just going to take these out and put them on my wax paper to dry. So I'm just kind of rolling them around in this cup in the paint to coat them. Super simple. Way easier than trying to paint each individual one by hand. And if your paint seems too thick like this, you can also add a little touch of water to it just to thin it out a little bit. And the reason I'm using purple instead of blue is because these are going to be like a blueberry syrup, which has been cooked, and then they kind of turn more of a purple color. So if you were making like raw blueberries, you would want to use more of a blue color. Okay, so now I have a big piece of wax paper, and I'm going to make my pancakes. So I'm going to make 3 pancakes, so I'm going to use a pretty big piece of clay here. And I'm just going to condition it. And then I'm going to add some paint to this. So I'm going to use antique white and then a little bit of yellow. And then I'll just mix that into my clay until it's all even. I have a nice even color. Okay, so now I'm going to roll this out a little bit so I can divide it into some equal parts. So I'm making 3, so I'm going to divide this into 3 sections that are hopefully similar in size. They don't have to be perfectly the same size because pancakes are always all different, but I want them to look nice in a stack, so. And then I'm just going to roll each piece into a ball, and then I can get a better idea if they're even or not. So the middle one is quite a bit bigger, so I'm just going to take a little pinch off and add it to each one of my other ones. That looks pretty good. Okay, so I'm going to make my pancakes now. So I'm going to take, I'm putting one of my balls of clay at one end of my wax paper, and I'm just gonna fold over the other end, and I'm gonna press this down. So I want to press it until I get it the thickness that I want my pancake. But not only is this just pressing the pancake out to the thinness I want, it's also going to make some texture here because of the wax paper, which makes it look more realistic. So see, it has that texture on it, and here it has some texture. So now I'm going to put that one aside for a second while I do the other two. So now I need to shade these. So I'm going to use Territorial Beige. Okay, and then Harvest Orange. And then Yellow. And I want to get most of the paint out of my brush so that I can dry brush this onto my pancakes. Now I'm going to do only the top of my pancakes because I did the bottoms on my example one, and you really couldn't even see it anyway. So just consider that. If you're going to see the bottom at all, then, you know, you could do it, or at least do around the edges. But if not, then you don't need to worry about it. So I'm going to leave this little edge part white, or the color of the clay, because usually pancakes have that kind of lighter part around the edge. And as I'm brushing this on, I'm going in a circle because they usually have that circular brown pattern. So if you're making multiple pancakes, go ahead and decide which one you want to put on the top and stack them up. And I don't want mine like stuck all around the edge. I kind of want to be able to see that underneath part of, to see the top part a little bit of the one underneath it. So I'm kind of trying to keep the edges from sticking together. Now, if you would let the clay dry all the way, you probably want to glue them together, but because my clay is wet, they'll just stick together and stay. So if your clay has dried completely, just put a dot of hot glue in each layer. So that's a side view there. I just wanted you to be able to see how it looks. So I'm keeping this on my wax paper because when I put the resin on, I want the wax paper so that it will release from it once it's cured. So let's go ahead and get the resin ready. So the one I'm using is called Envirotex. I'm just using it because that's what I have. You can use any craft resin that you have. So I have a little measuring cup that I'm going to measure mine out. So I think I'm going to do 30 milliliters of the resin and then 30 milliliters of the hardener. You just want to make sure you have equal parts on these so that everything cures up properly. So this one is the resin. So I'm just going to put it into a paper cup so that I can mix both together once I have both measured. And then I'll measure out my hardener. This is actually going to be a lot of syrup. I don't think you probably need this much now that I'm looking at it. So you could probably do half of this amount and it will be enough, depending how much syrup you want on your pancakes. And then to color the blueberry syrup, I'm going to use, this is alcohol ink, and I'm going to use purple and black and this scarlet red. I'll have a link to this set too. It's pretty inexpensive and it has all the colors that you would ever need. So I'm going to put some of my color in, and then I have to mix these two together for 2 minutes, but I just like to add the color so I don't have to mix a million times. So I'm putting a few drops of the purple, and then I'll put a couple drops. So I think I did 5 or 6 drops of the purple, and then I'm going to do 2 drops of black for now, and then 2 drops of red, and I'll see how this looks. Oops, my red went crazy. You want to stir slowly so that you don't get air bubbles in your resin. So you can see here, this is still totally clear. So I want it to be see-through. That's why I'm using the alcohol ink, but I want the color, I want this to have a nice rich color. So I'm going to need to add quite a bit more color to this. I think that color looks pretty good right there. So it's just like a nice, almost like a really dark plum color. So my blueberries are all dry for the most part. So I'm going to start placing those on here. And if you want, you could glue these on. I'm not going to, because again, the resin will hold them on. Okay, so now I'm going to put my resin right over the blueberries. And I'm making sure I coat all of them. I want them coated so that it really looks like they're a syrup. And then I'm just going to let it drip down wherever it drips down. So as you can see, I made way too much here. So don't make as much as I did. I even put a lot on. I could have put a lot less than that. I was just trying to use it up, but yeah, you don't need 30 milliliters of each one. So do like 15 milliliters of each one. So there are your blueberry pancakes. I hope that you've enjoyed this tutorial. Thank you so much for crafting with me today, and I will see you in the next video.